Good morning, everybody. Susie Fido here, co-founder of Marketing with Ethics and the creator of the Facebook Kickstarter Academy. And today I'm going to show you how to use the social media planner that I've created in order to help you be more organized with your social media posts, and you can see what is scheduled and what you'd like to do on each day. So let's go over and have a look at the planner now. Here we are with the planner. Now I've got this set to December 2020. On the bottom here you have each individual month, so that goes all the way through. Now the reason why this is a little bit different to a standard spreadsheet is because we do have a lot of drop down columns in this section here to make things easier for you. So let's say, for example, that I wanted to post something on my main Facebook page on Tuesday the 1st of December. In here, you simply type the name of the page or the group. Now, if you only have one page, then you don't really need to put anything. But this is set up so that if you're looking at posting into different groups or if you are admin of several pages. So I'm going to put MWE for Marketing with Ethics. In the next section here, you then have the options for all the main social media channels. And what it will do when you select one is it will color code it. So let's say, for example, I was putting something on Facebook. I may want to then put another post on Instagram, and it shows you clearly where it is that you're posting. So let's delete that one off. Then you want to enter the time. Now remember, this is where you want to go into your insights on Facebook and have a look and see when your followers are on Facebook. So pick out the best times for each of the days and do that on a regular basis. Now I'm going to say that my audience is actually around at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's the time I'm going to be posting it. Then we come to the focus. Now the focus, as you can see here, it's the type of content that you're going to be looking at. And the ones that we have available are resources, company, fun, and personal. Remember, as I said before, every post you put on should either educate, inspire, or entertain your audience. And we've covered a variety of these here. So resources, this is the kind of content that helps your followers. So this is giving out good tips or tutorials, or there could be news that's going on within your industry, or even helpful articles. Company is when you're actually looking at focusing on your company, and these aren't always direct sales posts. These could be things like your own blogs. It could be free downloads that you have. There could be special offers, or it could be to do with what's going on within your company, so then you can let people know what's happening. And it's about building that brand awareness out there. And then we get to the fun. Now, Facebook is fun, so we want to make sure we have a nice mix of fun posts. Remember, these are the kind of posts that people are most likely to engage with. And if they engage with these posts, then they will see your other posts also, because Facebook will look at the algorithm and say, this person likes content from this page, I will show them this post as well. So fun posts are crucial to helping to build that engagement and that audience. Now, fun posts, these are just great things that are going on. They don't even have to be business related. So it could be like quizzes, polls, a fun question, a funny video, or even a fun image. Things like that that people can relate to, or that they would just be entertained by. And then we get to personal. And this is something that is about you. People buy from people. As small business owners, you have a huge advantage over corporates because you can really show your own personality. Now, again, this could just be a bit of fun, but it could be something along the lines of what you're passionate about, something that you're doing within your personal life. This could be posts that inspire you personally. As our focus is on environment and animal welfare, we put a lot of eco tips or ethical quotes out there, and they are extremely popular. So something that you are personally passionate about, or that shows your personality in a great way. The way this works is depending on what you select in this column. So let's say, for example, we put in company. Then you have a list of options here based on that. Let me just make this a bit bigger so we can read these more clearly. There we go. So under company, you've got behind the scenes, you've got blogs, you've got brand awareness. There could be company news, so something going on. Customer focus. So this could be giving a shout out to one of your customers or just a great day that you had with a customer. Could be free downloads or other kinds of giveaways that you've got. And if you scroll down, it could also be market research. There could be an offer that you've got going on at the moment. You might even be releasing a new product or one of your direct sales posts. If we go back and change that to fun, then the options in this column are different. So you've then got things like your awareness days. So it could just be, for example, here is Giving Tuesday and World AIDS Day. So you may be putting a post on specifically to do with what the awareness day is. You could have caption this. And this is where it's quite often putting a fun picture on and people get to guess what they think is going on. Or it could be fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks is when you ask a question and leave out a word and ask your audience to fill that word in. Could be a fun question, especially in December. Obviously, you've got a lot of festive kind of posts that you could be putting on. Or it could be a good old funny image. And I have to say, animals work extremely well on this. Then, of course, you may be having a poll. And when I'm talking about a poll under the fun option, that is not a poll to do with your business. It could be something to do with which one of these is your favourite Christmas song. So there could be a variety of polls that you can run just to get to know your audience better without it being business related. You could be putting out a quiz or a teaser, or it could be a seasonal post. Again, you've got Christmas, you've got Easter, you've got Halloween, so it could be all of those kind of seasons. If we go to the next option, so here we have personal, and as we said, this is about showing your personality or about your passion. The options available then, it could be a charity post. So is there something you're doing within your community to actually help what's going on? 55% of people globally have said that they're willing to pay more for a product or service provided by a company that are committed to a positive social and environmental impact. So if there is something you can get involved in your local community, make sure you shout about it on social media. The next is ethical post, and that's because that's something that we're personally passionate about. So we share a lot of ethical stuff. Could be, again, just an inspirational quote to do with personal ethics, or it could be talking about something that we're passionate about ourselves. Life news, it could be something that's going on in your life personally. Let people in, let people know what's going on with you, because if they can relate to you, they are more likely to know, like, and trust you. Then passion. Now, we personally are passionate about helping the stray animals here in Kefalonia, so some of the most popular posts we put on are when we've rescued a kitten and giving an update on how they're getting on. Personal activities. Again, what are you up to? What are you doing this weekend? What have you just done? So let people know what's going on in your world. Or a personal tip. And again, this is not business related, so it's not a business tip. What tip could you give someone personally? So that's personal. Then the next one is resource. And this is probably the one that you're going to use the most. Because like I say, your post should be educating, inspiring and entertaining people. And what people want from your page is something that's going to be helping them. So the resource section is what will be helping your audience. And what we've got here is Ask the Expert. So the opportunity that your audience could ask you a question within your industry. Audience activity. Are you going to get them to do something? Also, you've got business question. So this is when you kind of do a bit of market research in a way because you're finding out more about your audience. Asking them their different pain points. Asking them what it is that actually makes them tick. You could be giving them a business tip. So that little gold nugget that they can take away. Could be referring to a helpful article. Now, this is not with your blogs. This will be when you are curating content from other people's sites. Be careful when you're sharing a helpful article. Make sure that if they are someone in the same industry as you, that there's not a great call to action to take your audience away to work with them instead. It could be that you've got a networking promotion, so you may be networking somewhere, especially at the moment with everything being online, so you may have a link to it. Or you could be looking at creating a poll. Again, this is great for market research. You could be finding out more about your audience, finding out what areas they're struggling with the most, or you could even be providing them with a tutorial. It could be in written format, it could be a video like this one, so it's something that's helping your audience. So when you've then decided what it is that you're going to be sharing, you can update that. So let's say, for example, I'm going to give a business tip. It's going to be on Facebook at 3 o'clock on the 1st. So I would select here, Biz Tip. And then here is the status type. So this could be an image. It could be a link if it's going off to a helpful article. It could be that you're creating a poll. So therefore that's the kind of post it's going to be. You could be sharing a post from somebody else. So a collaboration partner or just something that you're finding helpful for your audience. Could be a straightforward text post. I recommend not have too many just purely text, as in just writing and nothing else, because they don't stand out so much in the actual newsfeed. Or it could be that you're sharing a video. So I'm actually putting an image with this one because this is a business tip. In this section here, you then type in exactly what is going to go in the status. So this is the wording that you are going to be sharing. So I've already got one prepared here. I'm giving a business tip to share valuable content. So this is the tip I'm giving. When you click off of here, you'll notice it doesn't go very big. So literally down the left hand side, left click, hold it down and drag it down. And you're going to want to do this if you're adding images, because this is the section the images go in, and then you want to make sure that you can see what that image is. If you were doing a helpful article and you've got a link off to it, or even if it's a sales post and there's a link to your sales page, even though you're wanting to put it in here, you also want to add it in here separately as well. And as I've said before, use bit.ly.com or something similar to make those links shorter. So I haven't got any links with this particular one, but I have got an image. So I'm going to insert an image here. And to do that, you click on Insert at the top. Select Picture, select this device, and then you find it in whichever folder it is you've got it stored in. So let me just scroll down to grab the image for this one. It's this one here. And as you can see, it comes out much, much bigger. So again, left click and drag, and then you can just resize it down. Now, if, for example, it's too big for here, like I say, you can then just go back to the left-hand side and drag it down again. Once you've actually got it scheduled, you then put a Y in here. The reason why we have this column is because then when you're scheduling in advance, and believe me, you will get to that stage, you then know exactly what you've already got scheduled in and what you still need to set up. And then we get to the last column here. Let me just make this a little smaller so you can see it. And this is the engagement. So when you're actually going back and analysing your social media performance, you can make a note in here of the number of engagement. Now that's all the reactions, that's comments and shares. So let's say, for example, to this particular one, I got 136. This activity, however, you would be looking at doing at the end of each month to see how the previous month performed. So let's take these back out because obviously I haven't actually scheduled them in yet. One other thing I recommend is up the top here, you've got your focus or what it is that you're actually doing a campaign for. So think about your business goals and what it is that you're looking to do within social media to support them. You literally just type in there, double click and type in there what your focus is. So I'll put Facebook Kickstarter Academy. So that's what my focus is on for December. And then also for the December, I've put in here what the awareness days are. But when we go on to January, they're not in there. What I would recommend is going in and adding them in, because then as you scroll through, if you know that you want to do something, say for World Conservation Day, you can go ahead and you can actually put the details in there ready to go. And then when you're ready, you can then schedule it. But what this does do is this gives you the opportunity to plan in advance. You might not necessarily have every single post planned, but at least you can sit there and work out exactly what ones you know you want to do, and therefore get those ones in there ready. And it really does help you to be more organized. Once you've completed the month and you're going back and doing the analysis, you can have a look down here and see which is the highest number. So which one has received the biggest engagement. And then when we get to the bottom, you can then put the details in here of what your most successful post was for the month. And this is a great thing to look back on as you go through every quarter, every 6 months, and certainly at the end of each year, to have a look at and see what post actually generated the most engagement, because this will help you to know what to focus on in the future, what it is that your audience really does actually engage with, so that you can make sure you do more of it. So there you have it. That's the social media planner. And like I say, you can then go through and say, right, so I'm also going to be putting in another post on that day because I want to put a sales post. It's going to be Facebook again. I'm going to be doing it at 7 p.m. This one, therefore, would be a company post because it's promoting my business. It is going to be a direct sales post. This is going to have a link. Now, bear in mind, when I say about wanting to use images or videos with as many posts as possible, if you are sharing a link to a blog, 99% of the time those blogs have a feature image, and therefore that image will appear for you. So the sales post I'm going to put, let me just go off and find one. Okay, so let's say that I'm looking to actually do a sales post for this social media planner. I have a list on Word with my different sales posts. Let me just show you that. Let me bring that across on the screen here. So I have all of these different sales posts here that I use. I'm going to choose this one. So let me just get that out the way. Double click so that you've got the cursor inside. Paste. And you can see here, here's the details. Also, that is the link. So I'm also going to copy that separately. Click out of it. I'm going to double click it to make it bigger. Now, here's the link to go with it. But I'm also going to be putting an image with it as well. So again, pictures, this device, and the picture that's going to go with it is this one. Make it smaller by holding the left button on the mouse and clicking, and then position it in. So I can now see that that is going in at 7 p.m. It's company because it's to do with my business. It is a direct sales post. Even though I've got an image, the most important part is the actual link, because I'm linking off to the sign up page for it. And then this is the link that's going with it. I'm not putting a Y in there because I haven't physically scheduled it yet, but this is what I'm prepping for my posts for next month. As far as how many posts a day you put on, I personally recommend, if you can, do 1 post a day. I have 2 posts in for this day because if I do a sales post, I also like to try and share a resource post as well. So either a business tip or a blog to show my expertise as well as the sales post to go with it. It may be that I decide that I want to do the same in LinkedIn. So I'll choose LinkedIn. Again, it's for my Marketing with Ethics page. I'm going to put this in at 4 p.m. So this again will be a company. It will be a sales post. And it's going to be a link. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend putting exactly the same wording. You'll want to change it for the different platforms that you do, but just for example's sake. So I'm going to put that in there. Let's scroll up a little bit. That's a little bit too far. Again, make it bigger. I'm actually going to do copy and paste. So I've got that in there. And then I'm going to, if I copy and paste that, it's already at the right size rather than going off and finding it again. So I now have 3 posts prepped for the 1st of December. This is the times I'm going to be putting it on, and then it just leaves me to go off and schedule it. There you have it. That's how to use the Social Media Planner version 2. Hopefully you found that information useful. Now go away, have a think about the sort of post that you're wanting to put on over the next month, and get some slotted in there ready that will help you to be more confident, more consistent, and also have a much more effective approach to your planning. And I will speak to you again soon.